Hello guys, and welcome to Mattsbeamer. Today I'm on my favourite island again, Cyprus, for my May holidays, and I decided to rent a Renault Megane. But kindly, the rental car company upgraded me again to another Golf MK7 1.2 TSI bluemotion. This model is a 2015 model, which is fitted with the DSG automatic gearbox, which means this version has the 105 horsepower instead of 85 horsepower. I have done a few videos on the MK7 Golf, all with something different about them, even though they are the same spec. I'll add the links down below, and I'll have a go at adding those cards in the top right hand corner. 10 years ago, before I was born, so basically 1974, Volkswagen gave birth to the Golf, a fun little hatchback loved by many, mainly due to the GTI model. 7 generations later, the MK7 was up for grabs. So in 2013, depending on where you live, Volkswagen said goodbye to the MK6 Golf. It comes in a 3 or 5 door hatchback and also an estate. Other variants have different names. They are usually front wheel drive, but some special models get power sent to all 4 wheels. Being part of the Volkswagen Audi group, VAG for short, means it shares the same MQB platform as the Mark III Audi A3, the Seat Leon, and the Skoda Octavia. There's a good range of petrol and diesel engines for all types of drivers. They even made a plug-in electric Golf. I should go into more details about this car's performance, etc. later on in the video. It's such a shame that this car isn't slightly newer than the 2016 one I filmed last time, because then it would have been the facelifted version, which would have let me done a comparison video between a new and old version of the MK7 Golf. So, this is where the tour starts. I will leave time marks in the description box down below, so you can jump to the parts which are most important to you, like the sound clips. This Golf is in the S trim, which is basically the base spec for this shaped Golf, but seriously, do not let that term base spec put you off. Long gone are the days when you had to spend big dollars on extras such as pull-out radios, electric windows, etc. You will see in the video what toys this car actually has. First of all, this car is finished in the lovely but common metallic reflex silver. Starting at the front, we start with what you're paying for, the big chrome Volkswagen badge with the big gloss background, which sits centralised on the plastic black grille. Either side of the grille are the car's mean looking headlights. These are the base spec halogen bulbs. These plastic lens units incorporate the car's front indicators. Here is the tow and eye cover. On the front are the optional ultrasonic parking sensors, which are also on the rear bumper. They are linked up to the main screen, which gives you a visual display and a clear audible sound. This car hasn't been opted with the front fog lights, so we have extra black plastic trim instead. The MK7 is 4,255mm in length, 1,799mm in width, and 1,452mm in height. Here are the modern type beam wipers, along with the hidden jet washers, which give the front end a smoother look. The new Golf has a drag coefficient of 0.27, which is a 10% improvement over the MK6. Around to the side. The wheels on this car are the standard 15-inch steel wheels with the 12-spoke hubcaps in place. They are wrapped in 195/65 R15 Michelin energy-saving tyres, which reduce fuel consumption. The front disc brakes on this car are vented, while the front suspension is made up from coil springs with McPherson struts. The wing mirrors on this car are colour-coded with built-in indicators. They are electronically adjustable, have reverse tilt and are heated. The windows also have a light coloured tint to them, and the door pillars are finished in a gloss black. The S-trim car comes with non-colour coded door handles. They feel solid and are nice to use. Here is the fuel flap, just pressing the door to open. As you can see, the car recommends 95 octane petrol. The rear wheels in this car are exactly the same as the front ones. The rear brakes are discs and the rear suspension is made up of coil springs and has a torsion bar. Heading round to the rear, at the top you have a small kind of spoiler in the centre where the third brake light is located, the rear wiper and the heated rear window. I like the rear lights in this car, big, bright and clear, but also very stylish. The large Volkswagen badge on this car also doubles up as a boot release, kind of like the BMW 1 Series and a few of the Alfa Romeos. The cool bluemotion sign. These cars were built to be very efficient. Here are the rear parking sensors, the rear tow and eye cover, and the rear reflectors. Here is the standard Volkswagen key, which is a switchblade type. Lock, unlock, and the centre one is the boot release. If you hold down unlock, all the windows will go down. If you hold down lock, all the windows will close. The hazard will flash once to confirm full closure. Let's have a look inside the car. Press unlock and open the door. Now, I really do like the way Volkswagen styles their interiors. Not fussy at all, well built and logical, and everything is just as you expect. The seats are in the Salt trim, which is the standard trim for this model. I must admit though, that the trim in the front feels a lot more premium than the trim in the back. Along the top edge of the soft touch dash are the car's upper windscreen and air vents. In the centre of the dash we have the air vents with chrome highlights. There are 4 along the front edge of the dashboard. The scroll wheel is used to open and close the vents. The black levers with the chrome touches adjust the direction of airflow. In between the air vents, we have the airbag information displays, which tells you if the airbag is working or not. The hazard switch. This is the standard 5-inch display infotainment system you get on pre-facelift models as standard. To turn it on, press this button. This also controls the volume. Press radio and you'll get the touchscreen control for the radio. These 2 arrows allow you to search for the station. These boxes are the saved presets. This allows you to select the frequency type, FM, AM, etc., the list of stations, and the old school slide bar. The top of the screen shows the time and the mute symbol. Press media and you can choose the source you want to use: radio, CD, SD card and auxiliary port. This takes you to the media setup. Press car. This shows you the fuel situation, the fuel used since the start, long term, since you last refueled, since the start of the trip, the long term figures of the car, but for some reason it's not working properly at the moment. Maybe the battery is getting low. Oh, the closer the car is to the fuel pump means the sooner you need fuel. This tells you how much power is being wasted on consumables like air conditioning. Vehicle status tells you what you need to know, like faults such as tyre pressures being low. A shortcut to the radio, and over here are the settings for the vehicle setup. I'll let you read what it can do. Setup. This allows you to set up the car system as shown. Sound allows you to adjust the car's speaker setup. And here is the eject button. Now, Onto the standard climate control system. The air conditioning button, which needs to have the fan on to light up orange. The rear heated window. The button that recirculates the air. And the off button. This revolving wheel adjusts the temperature. This controls the 6-speed fan. And this one controls the zone control. Here is a cool storage area, surprisingly deep. I can fit longer items in here, such as my iPhone 6 Plus. Anyway, over to the gearbox. This car has the 7-speed twin-clutch DSG automatic gearbox, ideal for busy city roads. DSG stands for Direct Shift Gearbox. When you select reverse, the Park Pilot will appear on the screen. If you have this option fitted, of course. When in drive, you can switch to sports mode by tapping back the gear lever. When in drive, if you tap the gear shifter to the left, the car will enter manual mode. Tap back and forth to change gears. To move the gear shifter, you need to press the brake. You can see what gear you're in by looking at this display here. Around the DSG gear stick are a few buttons and also a few blanks. This button turns on and off the start-stop feature, and the button with the P on turns on and off the park and distance control. This little lever here is actually the handbrake, and it also has the auto hold button next to it. Auto hold basically puts the handbrake on for you every time you stop the car and releases it when you pull away. For me, I find it quite annoying with an automatic car. But there is also a cool safety device. If your door is open, the handbrake will stay on. Under this slide-along cover are 2 cup holders, and here is the 12-volt power socket. The front armrest in this car slides forward and backwards, and inside is a lot of space. And even the quality of this is pretty good. The car has electric power steering connected to the rack and pinion setup. I'll just turn the ignition on. The 3-spoke steering wheel is pretty comfortable, solid and nice to hold. It has a flat bottom to it too. In the centre is the horn along with the car's airbag. Looking at the sporty style instrument cluster. On the left we have the rev counter and the water temperature. In the centre, we have the onboard computer display, which can be altered using the switch on the right-hand side stalk. It shows you things like how many kilometres are left in the tank, travel time, distance driven, average speed, current speed, and the gauge on the right is the speedo, along with the fuel gauge. I love the red needles, white numbers, along with the alloy surrounds. The button in the centre resets the trip control. This button here resets the trip computer. Light, indicators and parking light are on this stalk. Wiper controls plus trip computer switch are on the right hand stalk. Under the steering wheel is a lever to allow you to adjust your steering wheel's position. I shall just show you now. To the right hand side of the steering wheel we have the main light control knob. Pull it once for the rear fog lights. And this little switch here controls the level of the light's beam to stop you blinding people coming towards you. Under this unit is a small storage area. On the actual door is a SD card slot to keep your SD card safe. Down here is the bonnet release. You can't open it when the door is closed. On the top of the driver's door is the immobiliser light. Nice coloured plastic trim. On the driver's door you have the door mirror switch. L for the left one, 0 for centre and R for right. Turn it to the 6 o'clock position and your mirrors will be heated. This is the central locking switch. The alloy effect door handle. All 4 window switches on this car have a 2-stage process. Push it lightly to fine tune how far you want the window to go up and down, and push it all the way down so the window will go down completely or completely up by itself. This long button here cuts the power off to the rear windows. Ideal if you have children who like to fiddle with the switches. Here's the door speaker. The door pockets are of a good size, with a soft material on the inside to reduce noise of things moving about. This handle here moves the seat backwards and forwards. This lever adjusts the height of the seat, and the wheel at the back adjusts the incline and recline. Here is a closer look at the salt trim. Now I'm in the passenger seat. The air vent and the passenger airbag, and a little bit more of that plastic coloured trim. The glove box is lockable and of a nice size. Up top is where you keep your service book, and this air here allows cool air into the glove box, ideal for keeping your chocolate bars cool. On the A-pillar is a little window and the tweeter speaker. Everyone has soft closing grab handles. The rear ones have coat hooks. Up top are the sun visors. Both front passengers have a mirror to look into. The driver also has a card holder. Here are the lights for the interior lighting. The on and off switch for when the door is open and closed. The rear interior lights, the interior lights, and the front map reading light. Now, let's have a look in the back. Access is pretty good and easy to get into. The rear passengers get a window switch to play with. The rear doors have 2 speakers built into each one. Oh, and a reflector. They also get a nice storage bin. Unfortunately, the plastics on the back of the car feel a little bit more cheaper. Leg and headroom is good in the back. I'm 6 foot tall and the front seat is set in my position.
All good.
Sorry about my face. In the centre you have the air vents, same controls as the front, but feels a bit more cheaper. The ISOFIX points. To fold down the rear seats, you press this button down here. At the moment, the boot floor is not flat, but you can raise the height of the boot floor in the back, which makes it flat. Let's have a look in the boot. To open, you have to use the Volkswagen badge. The Golf MK7 has the edge over the Ford Focus. This 5-door has a 380 litre capacity, and when you fold down them rear seats, it increases to 1,270 litres. It folds down in a 40-60 ratio. Here's a quick demo of how it looks with some suitcases inside. While I'm here, I should quickly show you how to raise the boot floor. You can also hide the rear parcel shelf under the floor as shown. Hopefully, you will be faster than me. I was just having a brain fart at the time. Voila! Here you go. Under the floor, you have a space-saving tyre, a jack, a wheel brace, etc. And up here is where you keep your warning triangle. The engine in this car is a inline 4-cylinder 1.2, 1197cc to be exact. It is mounted in the front of the car, transverse to the chassis. This 105 horsepower lump can propel the car from 0 to 60 in just over 10 seconds. It has a top speed of 119 miles per hour, and it produces 175 newton meters of torque between 1,550 to 4,100 revs per minute. As for the miles per gallon, this car is very good. I averaged around about 50 miles per gallon at the end of my holiday, which in my opinion is very good, especially as I got the same miles per gallon from the manual 85 horsepower version. If you have any questions about the Golf, just leave some comments down below, and I shall try and answer as fast as I can. If you like this video, please do a thumbs up, share and subscribe. I'll be most grateful. Hopefully, I will be able to do some more in-depth reviews soon, along with some more BMW 1 Series DIY videos, and maybe some E90 ones too. Thanks so much, and take care. Goodbye.